Okay. Let's take a look at the BRONZE Winston. I'll have to do a level check just to make sure the video isn't too loud.
How's the weather?
Yeah, that's a bit loud.
Not bad. It's about to be.
Okay, hopefully. Let me know if that's still too loud.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, according to the forecast.
A Lowland Cubone. Prime sub. Thank you so much, my friend.
Yeah.
Appreciate the support. Welcome to the
So
Hunters.
there's gonna be an 80% chance of rain where I am. Hasn't happened yet.
You know what? I like these guys. And you know what? As much as this is bronze and it's like, how's the weather? And you're like, this is the strategy that I use in comp all the time, you know? If you just get people talking in casual conversation, it relaxes them, it gets them used to using comms, it lets them know that you're on comms and ready to communicate. You guys are laughing about this dude saying like, how's the weather? And an 80% chance of rain. But you know he's on comms and he knows you're on comms. And now we've got two people who can communicate together, and we know at least one other person's going to be listening to shot calls. Shit's 900 IQ. Chat, sit down. Shit's 900 IQ. 900 IQ. Not 200 IQ, 900 IQ.
Just get some snow.
I grow tired. The rooster crows at midnight.
Winds are freaking crazy over here.
I don't get snow.
That's too bad.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Get ready to move.
Hello there.
So normally... No, never mind. This is bronze. Fuck normally.
I'll be busy soon enough. Acknowledged. Hello there.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this.
5,
You do have your FPS locked to 60.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Guys,
How's the weather?
Let's not depend too far out. Okay.
So, like, one of the things is that your PC seems fine, but you've got it frame locked to 60. So even if you only have a 60 FPS monitor, it is worth going higher than 60 FPS, right? So don't use VSync or don't display lock, especially if you've got a 60 FPS monitor. There is benefits to going above 60 FPS, even if you only have a 60 FPS monitor. So that's the first thing, is that your computer looks really smooth. This is a really nice bit rate. You recorded this while playing, so your computer can handle more than 60 FPS 100%.
Hey, well,
Objective A.
already a man down. Back up here, Mercy. You're gonna get picked by that widow if you stay out there.
I'm loving your communication.
No.
What is your Hanzo doing? Of course it's the Hanzo.
Alright, they're all
Watch
going
the
right.
energy around.
Yep. I'm on him.
You got on him without using your jump. You can use it to pursue. I love that. Kill him before he
He's
wall
dead.
climbs. Man, no issues so far. A little bit like, you know, jump accuracy. And especially I wouldn't have wanted to commit that the jump until I knew that he was outside of my range or that I knew that he couldn't escape to the high ground. But really solid opener, my dude.
Alright, just stay out of that widow's sightlines for now. She has to come to us. And we can pick her when she's out of position.
I love your communication.
Get this diva.
I love
She's
it.
all alone.
Yep. She's alone and she used her cooldowns. Like, I love your positioning. You're safe.
Careful of
Keep
that
it
widow.
down.
One of the sayings that we have on this channel is nothing wrong with nothing, right? So if the opponent isn't forcing you to do anything, don't do anything. You're well positioned. As soon as they push in, you know, they'll have to deal with you. You'll be able to contribute damage. If they push in and ignore you, you can get on the supports. I'm really liking this so far.
Be careful of that widow. Alright, I think this junk sniper. No, it's not. Careful, Mercy.
To be fair, it's been a game and a half, and I'm already changing my opinion of bronzes, and it's for the better. So far, I was impressed by that Ana player on Hollywood, and I'm so far very impressed by this Winston player on Volskaya.
Ooh. Okay, there goes our Zarya. Sorry, I need heals, Mercy. I'm on top of that. Oh.
Barrier up.
So go for yeah. So
Thanks.
like you mentioned this yourself in your Reddit post, but retreating to a mega health pack, and this is normally why holding at this box here. So you know there was a wall up here, and then you were kind of like holding at this spot here. But if you were to hold here or here, then your retreat goes onto a mega health pack. So Like it was real. I really like the kind of like the hiding behind the wall. So when they push in, you can like bubble and zap them and you cleave and then retreat or pursue as necessary. But yeah, getting mega packs yourself, especially with Winston or Diva's mobility, really alleviates the amount of healing pressure on your team. So, like you mentioned it yourself, but so far, again.
Sorry.
No worries.
They're
going right again?
Shots. Nice. Yeah, there's kind of 3
Almost up to
people in
one.
there. Oh, nice. No! Oh, I thought you jumped onto the Total Mayhem.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry,
man.
Mercy.
I thought for
Oh, no,
sure
it's
you
cool,
jumped
my
onto the
mistake.
Total Mayhem. Yeah, so your jump accuracy definitely needs work.
Sniper, be careful.
Diva on our point. She's low, but she's probably gonna take me out with a buddy blaster. Alright, cool. You can drop a healing pack.
I don't know what the point of this jump was. Was it just to avoid the tire? I don't understand that jump. You do have Primal still.
Put you down.
Very up.
I have blade.
Pardon me.
Oh, I got you, Mercy. I got you.
It's not what I expected of Bronze.
We're going over here.
Thanks.
You could have
Oh, no!
Alright.
You could have bubbled her. You could have bubbled her. You definitely could have bubbled that Mercy. So bubble isn't just for you. You can use it to save your teammates from things. So, and body blocking too, right? There's a couple ways that you can save your teammates from, and this is again not a tip that I thought I'd be giving to a bronze player, but hey, you're changing my opinion. So you were here and then you bubble here, and then the Mercy actually has like kind of an area to get her health regen. Because you only have to wait for 1 second before the Mercy starts regenerating her health, and then you could jump away, and then the Mercy could follow you. And then if the Diva does boost into this bubble here, you can body block the Diva. So, like, if the Diva tries to get up on your Mercy, just stay in front of her, stay between the Mercy and the Diva so that she can't shoot you. So if the Diva kind of like tries to boost up and around to get onto your Mercy, insert yourself between the two of them so that the Mercy actually gets her regeneration here. But, hey, Sweet Lemons, good to see you. What program do you use to draw on the screen? I use Epic Pen. But, so you could have saved this Mercy here, but, and your Primal Control. And honestly, let's open Overwatch, actually. So, one of the things that you can do is, I always go over this with every single Winston bot I do, but this time we're going to set up a custom game. So, one of the things that, unlike Diva, now Diva has like a continuous boost going on, right? Diva has a continuous boost, where if you activate her boosters, she is gaining momentum throughout the activation of the ability. But Winston's leap is not that case. He doesn't like get momentum throughout. He has a single application of momentum, and then you can kind of airstrafe and control it. So what you want to do is we'll just set up a custom game here. Okay, so let's just go to like maps, none. Let's do Li Zhang. Let's do heroes, hero roster. Let's do... yeah. Anna. Team 2. So we're going to put the health to... let's put it to like 25%. Well, let's put like 30%? Let's say 30%. 30% health. So 30 health percent Anna's. And then we're going to do Team 1. Or let's just go back to Team 2. Yeah, Team 2 Anna. We want no biotic, no sleep, no nano. No melee. No primary fire. Okay, so that's going to be that. And then... yeah, where's the health? I got to change health. 30%. Okay, back. 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 Add AI. Anna. Easy bots. Team 2. Let's, yeah, let's actually do Oasis instead of Li Zhang. No, what would be a good map for this? We'll see if we can do this. But anyway, what you're going to want to be doing here is practicing landing your jump on your target. So this, like, your game sense is really good about what you should be doing, but we need to increase your lethality. So instead of instead of trying to, learn anymore because your game knowledge is sufficient, is what you want to be doing is you want to jump and you want to air strafe so that you can kill them. Like, see how I didn't kill them there? I put them to 30% health. So practice like jumping vertically and then landing on the target to kill them. So with 30%, if you land on them and you use melee, you should be able to kill them. Okay, so this is what you need to practice. And you're going to want to start up doing the vertical jumps to land on them, because like you can do up to 75 damage with this combo, right? So this is what you want to be practicing. And then once you've got the more vertical jumps down, air strafes, land, and melee. Once you've got the more vertical strafes down, what you want to be doing is short jump. So I overshot, but so there's the different kind of jumps you do. If you don't hold any keys, so no W, no S or anything, you just hit shift, you go like that far. But if you hold S, you will short jump. So I'll short jump that end. If you hold S, you will reduce the distance in which you jump, and you can actually not arc onto your targets. Got him. So now instead of looking up, I'm practicing my short jumps. And these are a lot harder because you have less time to actually adjust your trajectory. So go into a custom game like this, put Anabots to 30%, and then try and short jump on people. And try and... I fucked that one up. Just do this for a while, and this will really help your jump accuracy. Let's get that bot. Got him.
Unfortunate.
So yeah, just practice this. Just go into a custom game and just practice this to get... and this will really help your jump accuracy. Yeah. So tracking, you're controlling your short jumps, and you could just do a little bit farther away and try and land on them. Yeah. So anyway, that's the one of the ways you want to be like practicing the accuracy of your short jumps, as well as just controlling your arcing jumps, for lack of a better word. Options, sound off. Okay, perfect. Anytime you use shift and land next to someone, it does the same damage, no matter the angle distance. No, there is a fall off on Winston's landing damage has a fall off. Yeah, so you need to be really close. Like Goomba stomping them will do the full 45, whereas if you like just barely hit them, they'll only take a little bit of damage. Oh yeah, let me do that right now, Ham. Thanks for the reminder. I just gotta type this in. Okay, should be fixed. How is he bronze? Don't know. Haven't found out yet. Are there any other mechanical practices you recommended for Winston? I'd love for more specific Winston warm-ups. I've done a lot of different Winston tips. I'm not going to cover them all because it's kind of repetitive to the people who have been regular viewers of the stream. But yeah, I've got lots of Winston. I've got lots of tank VODs up on YouTube. You can check those out, and each one of them has like different tips and tricks and warm-up and custom game things you can use. Seeing you have 1K viewers, I don't even have my viewer count open right now, so I have no idea how many people are watching. But hope you guys are enjoying it.
I was hoping you had Guardian Agent 11 and you could come back to point with me.
Oh, wait, never mind. That wasn't a word.
Yeah, you punch right before you hit the ground.
You got it, Mac.
And like with the Anabots at 60% health, not 60, 30% health, you won't be able to kill them without including the melee in your landing. 1.2k. Wow. Have you ever done a Doomfist VOD? I've done 4. I'm not sure if the Doomfist VODs are actually up on YouTube yet. But I've done 4 Doomfist VODs so far. For some reason, I had like one day where just a ton of people sent me Doomfist stuff.
Sniper, be wary.
Tactical visor activated.
I think he... Where is he? Oh, that's us.
So unless you're trying to like protect a teammate from the Roadhog, I would not jump a Roadhog, or else you're gonna get stuck in like high gold, low plat.
60 seconds remaining.
Alright. Just don't stay.
Man, like, I don't know why you're bronze. This video is not showing me why you're bronze. You're 2-star bronze too. How are you?
Alright, don't go too far out, guys. We got this. We just gotta stay back.
No one can
We have no
hide
shield
from
tanks,
my
so
sight.
can't stay too far out there. Oh. Careful with that.
You can.
30 seconds remaining.
You tried, okay? You tried. But yeah, so there's a few things that could have happened here. Is first is like the position that you're holding and the position that your team were kind of on opposite sides of the boxes. So if you were going to be retreating, you guys were going to be retreating separately. And then if you had been holding, you know, so the choke here, right? The choke, he went to bubble it. Like he did the right thing. So like if the choke is here, for example, you know, and then let's say there's this box here. Your team was in like this general location and you were here, right? So you're split and you retreat differently. If you had kind of positioned here while you were here and the bomb came out, you could have jumped over the bomb and bubbled it. So you had good position, but one of the phrases on this channel that we use quite commonly is that positioning has context. So what was a good position, or at least a decent position, we're not going to call it good positioning, but decent enough position in theory. You know, I personally would have liked to see a position here or here instead of up here and here. But these two places are basically identical in the role that they serve. You know, if they do decide to go far right, then you can kind of like move around, and then as for they take the high ground, you can contest them over here. But kind of playing with your team, a position that's closer to your team is better than a position that is theoretically better in like an empty map. So always take the substandard position if it means that you're playing with your team. That's just generally all I have to say. Also, if you are going to go for the bubble, or like if there is a diva bomb or something like that, I always start screaming either I have bubble, like I'll bubble, or I don't have bubble. Like I'll let people know my intentions to bubble the diva bomb or not.
Our defenses will
Okay, they're pushing.
Yep.
Yeah, you definitely need to work on your short jumps. Like honestly, if you spend like for the first time that you do that custom game, I'd want you to spend like, I'm not even going to exaggerate, I'd probably want you to spend like an hour in that custom game, and then probably after you've done like an hour just kind of like learning how to short jump and how to, you know, land and do your melee combo. As soon as you've got that down, because that is significantly increases Winston lethality, as soon as you've got that part of Winston down, you'd probably only have to do like 10-minute warm-up before you play, and you'd be, you know, back into the feel of things and being able to control your jumps. And that's the first step to not only jump control but primal control. So yeah.
be wary.
Charge my ult.
I'm almost here. I'm here now.
I'll get the lid out.
You're really lucky the Roadhog didn't just turn around and kill you.
Double kill.
Is there anything in terms of like
Guys.
target focus we could talk about in this last fight? I'm sure there's something that we could. I'm just not sure how important it would be. This is fine.
I'll get the lid out.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if I would have jumped there just because the Roadhog could have fucked you up real easily. So like one of the things, this is more of a Ryan tip than anything else, but basically what do you do is if you're standing here on Reinhardt and the hog, hog is now a smiley face. If he uses whole hog against you, the last thing you do is want to try and move forward into him, okay? And this, like, another bad thing that you want to do is to just slowly back up while hard shielding the whole hog. How you kind of like manage a whole hog is you want to just drop barrier. So it's kind of like shield hopping. You want to drop barrier, get knocked back, and then put your barrier up. So you use the knockback or the momentum of the whole hog to kite away from the whole hog if it happens in like open territory and you're not going to get knocked off a cliff or anything, right? So shield, and then you drop it while you jump. Like you drop your shield while you jump. The knockback will push you away, and then you put your shield back up until you land. Drop and jump, shield back up, and then you use the hog's momentum to kite away from him so that he can't kill you. So what I would have done there is instead of trying to hard engage onto the ulting whole hog, I would have used the knockback, jump to kite away from the whole hog, you know, tank up, stabilize, re-engage, as well as the long-range damage dealer should have just a heyday with Roadhog because he moves slower when he's whole hogging, really nice crit box, can't self-heal. Yeah, so leave the Roadhog killing to somebody else and just kite away to try and absorb the damage.
Double kill.
Yeah, and here just like more melees. You know, melee when you land. You know, especially
Come on,
weaving your
guys.
melees into your normal
Yeah,
attacks
nice.
if you are in melee
have to get a
range
tick,
is
though.
really nice.
I am expecting Bastion.
So it doesn't give you any more. So a melee is 30 damage, and the delay before you can start firing again is 500 milliseconds, whereas Tesla cannon is 60 damage per second. So constantly meleeing someone and constantly zapping them is the same. So meleeing won't do more damage per second, but it'll do more damage over time because you'll reload less often. As well, punching into like armored targets is more effective because the damage reduction is lower. So you wouldn't have had to reload there if you had just like, you know, punched on landing or whatnot. Also, like anytime you do arcing jumps, it's really good to like reload right before you do that because you're not gonna be able to shoot people during the arc anyway.
Zero.
Genji VODs? I haven't done a Genji VOD in a long time
Sides.
actually thinking about it.
Lost my temper.
You guys all want to
Prepare
flank?
to attack. Select your hero.
Because if we all flanked, they really didn't see that coming.
I've only done I did a top 500 Widow VOD review once, but I'm not sure if that one ever made it to YouTube because that was one of the early ones. My production quality on stream used to be absolute crap. Yeah, I review all heroes. It's just top 500 DPS. I've never reached top 500 on DPS
You're
before.
gonna need some flex tape because
So-
that's a lot of damage.
So if you want a VOD reviewed in your top 500 DPS, I will be doing a lot more about you know, game sense topics rather than like hero tips and tricks because I don't feel qualified to teach a top 500 Genji player how to improve their Genji specific. I can teach you like when to use Swift Strike, but you know, if you're top 500 you know when to use it. So
A lot of damage.
I win.
All kinds of damage.
how long have you been streaming in terms of like today or overall? Today, only a couple hours, like 2 hours. Overall, 5 months.
Understood.
If they don't have Bastion, I'm gonna switch back to Monkey.
I'll enjoy the fun while it lasts.
Now we're on Diva. Nice. Should I fill if I want to climb?
Attack commences in 30
Yeah, filling will definitely help. Like, you know, I'm a guy, the kind of guy who flexes and fills all the time. But what basically happens is that if I'm an all trick, so I play anything. I don't really care. I'll pick what the team needs. But if I, as an all trick, a person who flexes to literally anything, if I flex onto Tracer at my main SR, 4200, 4300, I am going to be significantly worse than a 4200 Tracer main or one trick. So yes, if you flex or fill, you will have a higher skill rating, but your skill will be lower. So it depends on what you individually want to achieve. Just because you flexed your way to 2800, you know, does not mean that you are equally skilled on Widow as a 2800 individual who made it to that rank playing only Widow. So they had to put up with the toxicity, the throwers, the trolls, you know, the times in which their pick wasn't optimal for the composition. So just my thoughts.
seconds.
Yeah, if you enjoy flexing, like honestly, the reason that I all trick is because I find the heroes interesting and fun, you know, and I get bored if I stick on one hero too often. So for me, the game to me is more about having fun than being like super hardcore competitive. And, you know, there's a reason I'm not top 500. I haven't put in the effort or the practice to deserve top 500, just straight up. I'm kind of okay with floating around low mid GM. That is sufficient for me.
I don't miss.
Hey, Mr. Eds.
Perfect.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attack.
I'll flank
commences.
and step on point.
Capture objective A.
I'll come with you, Genji.
Nice. I like this flank.
Okay, let's get this Doomfist. Okay, he just killed himself. we got two picks now,
like,
guys.
The
Now or
Doomfist
never.
is the kind of VOD that I kind of expected to be reviewing today.
You got
Not
the Orisa,
like-
I got the Diva.
Also, I would like to point out, chat. Do you see who he's flanking with here? Do you see who he's flanking with? He's flanking with Mr. How's the Weather, right? So this like communication at the start of the game, it paid off. Him and the Genji decided to flank across left side.
Okay, got the Ursa. Diva and mech.
Keep it down. Alright, GG's,
Peace,
boys.
guys.
I didn't see anything bronze-worthy in this VOD.
Doom guys coming in.
I didn't see anything bronze-worthy in this VOD, dude.
Ahem.
Nice.
Nice.
How are you 2-starred still in bronze? What the hell?
Commence attack on objective B. Play.
Did everyone else hear that?
Like, on one side, this is a win. First of all, it's a win, and you did have a Smurf Widow on your team. But still, like, normally, when people actually send me VODs outside of, like, special days, like I was doing the VOD reviews and whatnot, I like to see losses preferably, because losses, your mistakes are more visible, right? They're brought to light. If you get carried, or you're always fighting like 6v5s or things like this, your mistakes aren't as readily apparent. Or even if you're making the mistakes, sometimes your opponents won't even be able to punish them, right? If your mistakes aren't being punished, you're more likely to win. But honestly, I think if we improve your like jump lethality and accuracy, like your jump control, I think that is enough for you to rank up if you get really good on landing on targets. I think that's enough to get you out of bronze. Like, I would have liked to have pointed more out to you, but it's a short video. You won pretty handily. But, yeah, absolutely. Okay, and then we're going to do more Guess My SR stuff. But before that, I got to go through some subscribers and whatnot. Alolan Cubone with the Prime sub. Thank you so much, my friend. Ztarantelli, Tier 1 sub. Zia